add as... Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some...
Oh, you needn't. It's all right, though. I've said it.
Really? Well, Paimon knows you're...
Still, what bring...
A friend of ours?
Ah, so you... So she mentioned me?
She said that you're a real...
No.
Huh? So you're...
Oh, of course it doesn't.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh. In that case...
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the... Ooh, so...
Wait, Charlotte. Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If...
Huh. That's... If you're serious, from what I've seen, so in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for the... Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, and then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story. I'm not a dreamer, nor... But anyway, that's my answer.
That's... so nice. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing... Paimon's been thinking... If it wasn't Fontaine... No, Paimon... We've always been moving to the next destination. You mean... still? Huh. Feels like it'll grow mold, but it's still better than the
So the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermont?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Not at all. Yes, inside the opera house.
A riot?
Well, that said, Lady Farina was watching a performance, loudly accusing, and before she could respond, the crowd continued to grow and...
So people have started to put...
I agree.
So what happened after that?
Seeing that the situation was... The Marechaussee Phantom had their hands...
So...
That's right. That said, I don't think good.
Don't worry, this is...
Is...
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know... And, as we also know, when Nervalet was talking to her, it would be hard for her to ignore... Paimon thinks Farina's probably... Huh! Well, what do you... In that case, there's no... This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left... Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible. That's Farina, right over there!
What was meant to happen did happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina. Farina.
What do you mean, dear? Who did that? They even dare to tout their... Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people...
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just... that's...
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to catch up! This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here!
What?
Hurry, they're almost...
Fine. I suppose haste is... I merely gave in to the...
Yep, that's a good girl.
What's happening?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to worry too much.
Yeah, but the people of Poisson... It's true. I once had informants all... I've tried all kinds of ways, but all my efforts prove we cannot make an enemy of the divine. Give up. Indeed. Fate is really unreasonable. But just now, it all became clear to me. As as long as the final moment don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. Don't take any of what I...
Come on!
Share. That's impossible. It would... A witness. And if Tevat is in...
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes now without further ado.
So, this. Do not forget, however, that I...
May I interpret these words as your refute? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your...
You would draw your blade against... I see. It seems like you have made up your...
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on?
Wow.
Lady Farina.
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding.
Looking for excuses again.
I raised my hands just now to... I'm sorry. If you are not the only... But now, it is I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true... This time... Applaud and rejoice. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine!
Woohoo!
Oh no. Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Also, even though she's still acting super...
All right, then. Who...
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
is that so? Also, please allow me just how much work.
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the...
Navia,
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes. The people's resentment against their ARCHON. Moreover, according to our So, we arranged for a
so you mean...
And their goal was to force you to step...
That's right.
As the super ultimate version of the set, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and was an Archon. My thanks, Farina. Of course, this performance was only made... We had to select a location.
So, in other words...
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, all so that as soon...
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, as for you, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once... Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too. Oh, let Paimon see. Wait, so in other words, we can refer to this. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
You defeated the Hydro Archon. I didn't think this is the first time. monsieur. I need the words of someone as extraordinary.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on. Just fast forward to the part. Of course. It is only natural for you.
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct. Instead, I would like to
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey,
Charge accepted. Lady Farina. Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine.
Yeah, even though
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since the— See? Even the oratories, if you wish to drop the case.
An argument with near.
Well, I tried to give you the— And if I was not the Archon—
That doesn't... First of all, you...
Who gave you that idea?
A curse. But in light of this claim,
Never had sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina.
well, it is true.
Well, don't start celebrating. Besides, everyone knows for centuries, one need only to turn their eyes towards the oratories.
That doesn't sound... You tried to...
Didn't I make myself clear at the time?
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your... While the court is in session, you will prove yourself unable to defend against... That was no trick of rhetoric, lady.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty instead of having been created...
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did not know what, but the oratories handed out you can't.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
My power as an
If that poses a concern,
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or...
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their... Thus did I...
Isn't that?
Yeah, no matter how generous...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone! Please, I'm still the same Farina, please.
If what the prosecutor said is true.
Did she deceive all... Enough! That's enough. Tell me then, if you have no evidence...
Wow. That does... It has been established.
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here.
Miss Navia.
Super sorry, Miss. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson, including the... So, Miss Farina, if we are to believe that you are in... But, if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind, I do hope you'll act prudently. And
Navia from the... If Lady Farina is indeed just a human...
Lady Farina, this...
Well, of course he had to tell her that.
She's just staring at the water.
what's going on?
Due to the inherent risk of the...
What?
Hey!
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! Will you believe me now?
Miss Siegewing, if you're...
Siege?
Don't be nervous. It'll... That should be enough.
Please announce the results of...
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina she was experiencing the...
Thank you, Miss Siegween. Lady for...
Oh, wait. What did she just...
Well, however, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample. We don't want anyone...
Yeah, so it's a great thing that the...
I can't... Listen to me! Listen to me, everyone! Think about it! Also... Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me! I swear, I really am your
I don't think anything she says at this point.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think that...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway her. She's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is... guilty. We shall now turn to the Oratrice. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's...
No, the...
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact to be punished...
That's actually one of the available...
The one and only time that...
Farina's been...
This outcome is indeed quite strange. Is this sentence really...
Yeah! Even Fache wasn't sentenced to...
Indeed. Not only is for... But now, the...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it.
Is that... So the...
I looked everywhere, but has the trial already
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other exhibit.
So what do you...
I believe I've now made sense of the...
So when you say you have...
In truth, everything that you've encountered... However, I'm uncertain...
Okay, let's try to... The first stone slate describes what... Does that mean that... What? The second stone slate shows... This must be the point when the hydro... The third slate shows the hydro... Well, the fourth slate is the... We didn't believe that such a...
We know from the... And the first... This might be the reason that...
That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound... That doesn't sound...
Perhaps what... The true sin of... And the original... It's not as... When not the...
That doesn't...
The prophecy from the stone slate, the fortress, if we hadn't dealt with it.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death and Navia fell into the water inside those ruins. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fort... The stone slate's content can all... Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! But...
Let's hear them.
Incredible.
We're...
all Fontainians were original. The evidence for that can be found in... Oh, and according...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slip. That could also explain...
The Hydro Archon.
And yet, after many hundreds of years,
Yeah, so wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the... In the end, did Paimon get all that right?
you've made some keen deductions. I must say, however, while you were able to decode all the information when we were at the ruins, now that the slate collection is complete,
What?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, your hypotheses regarding in the Fontaine of Old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon. However, he not one to give in. She eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiar. She poured primal. But if Fontainians were to ever come into of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history.
That's way too much information for me. Wait, but if that's the truth...
This really might be too...
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth, a key point of the visual on the third, they have not been dissolved. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well. You may also recall Navia's experience. Therefore, that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro. Yes.
I think I'm following now. In truth, everything we've done...
What should we do? Huh. If that's the case...
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy about the fourth slate. However, I believe that rather as for the root cause of the catastrophe, this eruption was just a small warning of the thing.
It was both...
If we're talking about a true...
the truth...
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you...
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale does not belong to... It has been greedily... And once it is finished...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created...
Precisely. That whale, therefore, when it left the Primordial Sea...
We just...
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting...
That battle maniac. Anyway, now...
It is too late. It had already absorbed even if the entirety of...
That's not... We've already done... We've come...
Indeed.
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Just as prophecy ultimately
What's happening with the aura trees?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina! No, I still need answers.
You...
Sorry. That shocked
You are not Farina.
but...
Focalor.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. The heavenly principle.
Deceiving the...
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. One was not amused. In fact, she knew full well. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principle. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. I had to outwit... I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this. Anymore.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids?
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as not the me you see before. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. Her strengths were... But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly... Anyway, all part of the plan, of course. Do you still remember the final... In order that the prophecy under the curse I placed on her... So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free. Instead, I suppose now you probably understand.
But Farina is... Even though she has had a long I cannot...
It has indeed. It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely. Oh, who permitted you to come onto the stage? All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. I am Focalor. Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Go!
Cue the spotlight!
Dodge! Cool it! Water jet! Yeah!
Surprise!
Dodge this!
Go, Spirit Bunny! No escape!
Don't get frostbite! Freeze! Go!
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Cool it!
Get him! I'll race you there!
Water jet! Freeze! Bombs away!
No one escapes my sight! Step on up!
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
Farina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are... Be not nervous. Be not afraid. Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me?
Mirror me.
The prophecy.
What prophecy?
The people.
Oh.
What? But doesn't that mean.
I will tell you how.
As for. But if the prophecy. If there were scale.
I suppose this would also be. Don't worry.
Play at.
That's right. If you can keep it up.
But.
Don't worry. Being a human yourself, remember.
So, how long.
To accomplish this mission, but.
A trial. No. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness.
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't...
Yes, she did very well. If she had let... It seems that trusting humanity...
I believe that... How would you build on this foundation?
Ah, good, good. Of course the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed... I'm sure you've long...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Linny did mention that he heard a human... It now seems that that...
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would... Alas, your In truth, it is no enactor of... Oh, you have it. My work over these... But really, the vast majority has been... had to be...
It was all a part...
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries, but only
So the Oratrices call for death, the destruction of that divine throne.
returning what's... In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Arc... Oh, what? The authority of the ancient...
All you've done...
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Hydro Dragon. I must say, had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And the heavenly... I, for my part, speaking of justice... I have always believed that justice lies in the... So, if the theft of the primordial sea... Then, leaving matter... In other words, defying the... At this point, Iudex Nervilette, the high...
So when I was invited, at last, in the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them... You are... Things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them to be...
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervilette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Judex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Was that bright light some...
But...
It's time to end this. I have gained the strength, so we should seize the opportunity to Traveler. Now that the root of the calamities befallen... Come with me, Traveler. The hour... I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the way. Considering the size of the West, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. We shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. Shall look for an opening together. Sorrow turning into hostility.
Water jet!
I'll race you there! Bet you can't keep up with me!
Devouring Narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Slip on up!
Thingy over there. It looks really scary.
What's this? Be me! Yes!
Go!
Over here! No,
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Go, berry buddy!
Frostbite. Cool it.
Chip on up!
Water jet!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It was just supposed to be a well, actually, I had a
That power.
It's just that he is.
I simply did not have any, so you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree, that kind of power is wasted on it. All in all, the point.
Well, being that. So what sort of.
Oh, right. His name is Sertologi.
I am
So Master isn't sufficiently famous.
the foul.
Still nothing?
Ooh, that will.
Oh, but I suppose you understand now.
Wait!
Actually, never mind that the all-devouring, such roiling hydra as such. In other words...
What?
Not to worry.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue!
Hurry! Hey, lend a hand! Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
The soil renewed. Old soil. Skyship winglet. The various disputes that have arisen. People always call the. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big scoops lies in Edwin's assistant, Jurier.
Paimon's curious.
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come
I
Oh, this time...
Yeah.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, Princess!
I'm here to update myself.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt. Our residents are...
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours, but if you don't mind,
I get where you're coming from.
that would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are
We finished laying down.
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking if...
Forget it.
I see.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the
How did it go? Was it a good...
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the... Also, not to brag, but
wow, you...
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview.
Whoa, you're well...
That's a very...
In truth, I told him that it was best not to speak too soon.
You're right.
Stay safe now. And tell...
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgia...
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke!
Of course.
It's an honor to find...
No need to thank me.
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way. It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her fix.
Sir, please don't.
But
No, I...
Now, I might not look it, but I act the boat that brought about him. Still, if I might add...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our...
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps...
Did you really have to use the word cup? Well, then,
Is my hair messed up?
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like...
Hey, Miss... sure.
Huh? Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the...
Same old, same old.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through.
You're too kind, sir.
I see. Lots of things.
He sure did with.
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news.
Oh.
What change can there be? As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the...
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it...
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? All right, last stop, the docks. Navia mentioned that she stated...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of get?
It's a wondrous bag.
Trick a friend.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine so...
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Paris.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. Father says...
that's all right.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. After Lady Farina left...
A diplomatic gift?
Yes, it could have been done as an apology. Furthermore...
that's true.
I would agree. I suspect you'll have to ask him
but back to the topic.
They say that he's returned to Snezhna.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know?
Are you going to take the gnosis back?
That is our duty. Don't be too preoccupied. Switching my masks is well, that depends on many things. As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist. That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about it. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, traveler, Paimon.
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this must be life. All right, then.
Well, guess we said Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see? Entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! You really are here, Neuvillette! Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must. In any case, you came at a good...
Alright, let's have it then. Whoa. So that's Focalor but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you...
For me, the authority of Fontainians were incomplete human, but so long as those... In other words, when I gave my verdict...
Focalor must have counted on you to... Yeah!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, but whether it be by sentiment or reason, as for the judgment passed by the... Whether it was due to that liability by...
Guess Focalor... hang on a second. Back when Fontainians hadn't...
Life has always flowed like water.
Yeah! Lynette said the fountain is where...
In truth, even those Oceanids who were blessed within...
Paimon...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I...
Yeah!
Ah, Lady Farina. I related Focalor's words. She simply said that she was... Having said that, she then packed her things and...
but...
You need not worry. In truth, I am somewhat happy, but now that she no longer has to...
What about you then?
After Focalor passed on, this matter will directly affect our trial.
Looks like you're still considered...
As an elemental dragon, as such, before I attend to my other responsibility. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's depart...
That's true. Wait, but the various Maxim machines...
As I am now,
Wow.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I...
Oh, that's right.
Leaving aside their intentionality, their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, the Oratrice has ceased to function. As such, it has lost all meaning. If the Fatui have impure designs, ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as far as I'm aware.
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not. Unlike ancient Natlan is also the nation of war. There is one other piece of information I got. The harbinger known as the Captain.
Captain.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hey, when we spoke to Linny earlier, we guessed that there might be...
No. So regarding this specific issue, I was just... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head to...
What next?
I can finally catch. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons. But with something very similar. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what...
You should have the remains of the third
Remain? Well, that much is true, but I fear I have never heard of it.
I've been training. It is only natural for those who are greater. Regardless, to live in itself is a blessing.
What do you mean by that?
No.
This third descender you refer to.
Master never... If you're interested, though, I could...
Next time. You believe we will meet?
I do.
That's what she told.
The remains of... So that's what the nose...
All the same as...
And she said that it would bring...
If she speaks... I guessed that you might already be... That means that the Gnosis...
Like... No. Comparing the Traveler to the dead, that's what you say, but...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind...
Alright.
Yes.
But... She sacrificed...
I suppose that would be the mystery. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the... Life flows like water. And what ultimately